Now Mississinewa with Nolan Quaderer controlling the tempo. Quaderer. Here's Ansel. And loose ball picked up Asbury. Now Gannon Smith. Quaderer works it around to Asbury. And Mississinewa will call out the offensive set. Here is Newsom walked and a turnover. That's the 6th on Mississinewa.
Yeah, Dalton, that set, Mississinewa didn't have their spacing very well.
Hey, we're not live on YouTube. Somebody told me we weren't. 21-13. Eastbrook with the lead. Here's Jet Engel to Brocorb. Now back to Engel. Engel in the corner, Brocorb. Eastbrook working it around. Now back to Engel. Engel top of the key, fakes the shot. Over in the corner to Braxton Bowser. Bowser tiptoes the baseline, goes up with a right hand, and lays it in for 2. Braxton Bowser with his 6th point of the game. He's their leading scorer at 12. Now Ulrich, nice pass to Newsom. Oh, missed the layup. And now we're going to get a jump ball. Possession going to Eastbrook, but if you're Mississinewa, a nice pass from Ulrich, you got to finish that if you're Ty Newsom.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely wants that one back. Hayden Ulrich has shown that he can get to pretty much wherever he wants to off the dribble. And breaking down the defense like that, drawing the defender up, and making a great pass down, to Tycho Newsom, he's got to hit that shot.
I think the biggest thing for Mississinewa right now is just finding the right combination of players. There's a steal by Nolan Quaderer, and now he's knocked to the floor. A turnover in transition. Here is Bowser, goes up, off the glass and in. Eastbrook back up by 12 on the 8th point of the game from Braxton Bowser. Here is Ulrich, hands off Newsom. Newsom to Ulrich. He'll dial up the long distance 3, and he hits it for his 8th point of the game. And now a quick timeout by Mississinewa with 3:55 to go in the first half. That's a 9-point lead for the Eastbrook Panthers. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. It's a 9-point Eastbrook Panther lead. 3:55 to go in the first half. Man, how about the stat you just gave me during that little break that we had during the timeout?
Yeah, I mean, looks like we have Mississinewa for 7 turnovers, and I bet that Eastbrook probably has 10 points off those turnovers.
Yeah, it's been incredible. Mississinewa playing sloppy here in the first half on senior night. Here is Tyler Harness. We'll dish it in to Bowser, who just goes right around Reese Farr and lays it in. Braxton Bowser, the first player with double digits at 10. Ulrich down the floor in a hurry. No, a foul going to be called on Harness. It'll be a blocking foul. It'll be his first of the first half. It is an 11-point lead for Eastbrook as Dakota Ansel checks back in. Coach Reed definitely not happy with Reese Farr's effort on the defensive end that last possession.
Yeah, don't I expect Hayden Ulrich, if Eastbrook matches up in man, I expect Hayden just to take the person who's ever guarding him off the dribble almost every time. And he's really feeling it because that's his 3rd 3 in a row, and he's doing a heat check right now.
Yeah, he's got 11 in the game. He shoots at 38% from 3-point range. And now a steal. This is Ansel in transition. He'll go coast to coast, lay it up and in for 2. It is a 6-point lead. Mississinewa marching back into this one. And now a turnover on Eastbrook, their 5th of the game.
Don't I said at the beginning of the game, I predicted Mississinewa to come out strong and punch Eastbrook in the mouth, but it was the exact opposite. Now it's time to see how resilient is Mississinewa. How much can they fight through this? and they haven't given up. They've got it down to 6 points. Trying to get a bucket right here to make this.
Ulrich driving inside, puts it in. He's got 13, and he's putting the team on their back. This is the closest Mississinewa has been since it was 4-0 in the first quarter.
Hayden Ulrich literally showing why he's the senior captain. He is putting this team on his back right now. Cut it down to 4 points, and the defense just leads into offense.
The sixth turnover of the game on Eastbrook. Dakota Ansel with the steal. Now Ulrich driving around his defender. Floater up, no. And a rebound brought down by the Eastbrook Panthers. Ulrich better be careful before he picks up his third foul.
Yeah, that was very, very risky by Hayden Ulrich right there.
27-23, Eastbrook leading. Mississinewa has yet to lead in this one. Nice move by Engel, lays it up and in with a right hand. A beautiful spin move by the senior, and a quick timeout by Greg Allison. 29-23, 2 minutes to go in the first half. We'll be back after this commercial break. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School, 29-23. Eastbrook with a 6-point lead. Their largest lead of the game was at 12. Mississinewa's cut back into it. They're only down 6. What have you seen out of Mississinewa, Cody, that has propelled them to only being down 6 now?
Honestly, they just turned up their defensive intensity. I mean, they started forcing turnovers and turning into fast break points. Then Hayden Ulrich found a shot. Hit 3 threes in a row. Took another nice little baseline drive, hung in the air, finished. So these last 2 minutes are going to be pretty telling how they finish out the half.
Alongside Cody Crick, I'm Dalton Bishop. It's a pleasure to be with you. Grant County High School basketball. Mississinewa and Eastbrook. 90 seconds to go, first half. Mississinewa down by 6. Here is Gannon Smith with the basketball for Ole Miss. Now Dakota Ansel way out top. Hands it off to Ulrich. Now Quaderer looking to feed it in to Newsom. They do, and they're going to get a reach-in foul on Jet Engel. That'll be Engel's first foul of the ball game.
Yeah, Ty Newsom has to be strong down there with his hands because Eastbrook is doubling down on the post really, really, really hard. And so he just lost control right there, but able to get another foul on Eastbrook. So now the fouls are even to 5, and with 1:14 left, it's a big, big final minute to close out the half.
That was Brody Brocorb on the foul, his first. Here's Nolan Quaderer. Now to Ulrich. He will pull up another 3. He got it again. Hayden Ulrich is unconscious tonight. 16 first half points. 29-26. The closest Mississinewa has been since it was 2-0.
Dalton, Hayden is feeling it right now. I know that I predicted 20 before the game, but yeah, I might have to raise that a little bit.
At this rate, he could go for about 48. His career high was 39 earlier this season. Here's Isaac Rands. Inside, Bowser turns around and banks it in off the glass.
Has he missed a shot?
Yeah, he is not. He's got 12 in the game. Now Ulrich driving, stopping, kicks it out Quaderer. Now Smith. Gannon, now to Quaderer. Quaderer looking. Hands off to Gannon Smith. 20 seconds to play, first half. A 5-point lead for the Panthers. Smith driving around his defender. The ball was kicked. And it'll stay with Mississinewa. This is a huge possession right here for Ole Miss.
Yes,
31-26, Eastbrook with the lead.
they would definitely like to go into the locker room with a one-possession ball game. See what they call the out of bounds right here.
Here is a lob pass. It's in. Here is Ulrich. Ulrich running down the floor, stopping, kicks it out in the corner. Gannon Smith, a three, no. Rebound, Newsom up and in.
Great awareness by Telco Newsom on the missed shot for the last second putback. And I'll tell you, for as poorly as Mississippi will start off this game, going down 3, one-possession ball game, you got to consider that. You're pretty happy about it.
Mississippi outscored Eastbrook in the second quarter, 22-13. We got ourselves one heck of a ball game. A short commercial break, and when we come back, we've got some halftime numbers to bring to you. This is Eastbrook and Mississippi at Mississippi High School. And welcome back to Mississippi High School at the halftime break. It is the Eastbrook Panthers 31, Mississippi Indians 28. Eastbrook led in the first half by 12 points from Braxton Bowser, 5 points from Landon Castillo, 4 from Jed Engel, and 3 from Brody Broadcourt. For Mississippi, they were led by Hayden Ulrich, 16 points, 8 points for Ty Newsom, and 4 for Dakota Ansel. That's where we're at the halftime break. It is Eastbrook 31, Mississippi 28. We will be back in a little bit with the second half.
give the senior band members and class members another round of applause.
And welcome back to Mississinewa High School. It is a 31-28 Eastbrook Panther lead, and we told you after the second quarter, Mississinewa outscored Eastbrook 22-13 in that second period. Again, we'll go over the individual scoring. Eastbrook led by Braxton Bowser with 12, 5 points for Landon Castillo, 4 points for Jet Ingle, and 3 points for Brody Brocorb. For Mississinewa, Hayden Ulrich putting the team on his back, 16 points to lead all scorers in the first half, 8 points for Ty Newsome, and 4 points for Dakota Ansel. That leads us to a 31-28 ball game. Cody Crick, what did you see in that first half?
Well, Mississinewa just started out really slow. They're really sloppy, turned the ball over a lot, and Eastbrook just capitalized. Most of their points in the first quarter were off of turnovers. Then in the second quarter, kind of settled down a little bit. Then Hayden Ulrich happened. He had 4 threes in the second quarter, and it was just kind of kept Mississinewa in the game by himself. Kind of put him on his back. Then they were down 5 with the last seconds remaining in the half. Then Tykel Newsom was able to do the last second putback to keep it at a 1-possession game. So motivation going into the second half.
Yeah, Hayden Ulrich hit back-to-back threes. Then he was able to get a bucket driving to the basket and then hit another 3. He had 16 points in that first half. And I talked to Greg Allison a little bit earlier today, and he said a lot of his kids, his basketball kids, have been going since August 1st. And a lot of them were tired. Well, they don't look tired tonight playing Mississinewa. I think you always get an extra boost of energy when you take on a county rival.
Yeah, for a rivalry game, you always catch your second win. And, all the talk, with Hayden in his thumb in his last game, and it was wrapped, and didn't know if he was going to play, the minutes and stuff. And, that kid is as tough as nails. He was going to go, and don't be surprised if we don't see a potential career night for Hayden Ulrich.
Yeah, he had 16 in that first half. His career high is 39, but they're going to need every bit of what Hayden Ulrich can bring to their team if they want to pull this one out. Eastbrook come out guns blazing in that first quarter. They led 18-6 after one. They lead at 31-28 as we get set to start the second half. Mississinewa will have the basketball. They will attack in white. Eastbrook will defend in black. 8 minutes on the clock. Third quarter underway here in Gas City.
Yeah, Mississinewa just needs to do a better job of keeping the ball out of the paint. That's where Bowser did all of his damage. I don't think he missed a shot in the first half. Then Eastbrook has to do a better job of, running Mississinewa off the three-point line. When, you go around curl screens nonstop and get the ball, and, he's got a jab set for a travel right there. But Eastbrook needs to run them off the line, because with Hayden hitting 4 threes, it's really the only reason why Mississinewa was able to get back in the game.
The 8th turnover of the game on Mississinewa. They start the second half with Preston McCann, Hayden Ulrich, Ty Newsome, Gannon Smith, and Dakota Ansel. For Eastbrook, it's Landon Castillo, Jet Ingle, Brody Brocorb, Isaac Rands, and Braxton Bowser. Here is Brocorb, top of the key. We'll dish it off now to Bowser. He leads the Panthers in scoring with 12. That's where he averages. Now Bowser somehow, someway gets the shot off and puts it in. He's got a 14.
Bowser bobbled the ball with 2 defenders on him, regained it in the air, and still hit the shot.
Here is Hayden Ulrich on the left wing, dishes it off to Preston McCann, who had an outstanding junior varsity game, scoring 16 for the Indians a little bit earlier this evening.
Yeah, he was really, kind of went, it was a really good look. Hayden Ulrich faked and went back the other way, caused a turnover. But, yeah, Preston had a great JV game. He was kind of the spark that lifted everything up and was kind of the reason why they were able to blow that game open, him and Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, and on that last play, Newsom had the right idea, but like you said, Ulrich faked the cut, went back the other direction. Here's Jet Ingle, gets it off to Isaac Rands, tried the backdoor to Castillo. Now Castillo to Bowser.
Very nice help defense by Newsom. Taking the ball, handoff, defender, going back to his man, then coming out on the ball at the top of the key.
Rand's lob pass into Bowser, no good. Rebound McCann. Mississinewa in transition, down by 5. Here's Ulrich, tried to throw the pass inside to Newsom. The ball was tipped. I thought it will go to, well, I guess it was not tipped. It's going to
Jeremy
Eastbrook.
McCoy down there is either going to catch it or eat it because it went right by his head.
Oh my. Here's Castillo, defended by Ulrich on a left-hand dribble, driving, stopping, kicking it out to Bowser. Now Rands to Brokorb. Brokorb to the baseline, lays it up and in for 2. Brody Brokorb with 5 in the ball game, right at his average.
It's like I was mentioning earlier, Preston McCann was denying his man so much that he took himself out of the play, and they just did a baseline drive and dribbled right around him. And if he would have just stayed home and played help defense, man, we probably wouldn't have gave up that layup.
A slow start here to the second half from Mississinewa. They get a break on a turnover, the 7th of the game for Eastbrook. Now here's Ansel. Ansel to Ulrich. Mississinewa will reset the offense. A screen from Smith. Backing it out is Ulrich. Ulrich, nice pass inside to Dakota Ansel. A double hesitated move and a pass to Newsom, who puts it up and in. He's in double figures with 10. Ty Newsom shooting at 53% from the floor this season. And the lead back to 5 for Eastbrook. Now Castillo driving out of control and a foul called. It's going to go on Ty Newsom. That'll be Newsom's first foul in the ball game, and Landon Castillo going to the line, a 41% free throw shooter on the year.
Yeah, Dalton, I'm just looking at the floor right now, and someone else besides Kyle or Hayden Ark, I'm sorry, and Tykel Newsom.
It looks like Kyle.
He looks exactly like him. Someone else has to step up. I mean, because Hayden still has 16, Tykel has 10.
Yeah.
And that's 26 out of the 30 points right there.
And the free throw is good for Castillo. He's got 6 in the ball game. Now Gannon Smith across the timeline for Ole Miss. Driving to his right, stopping. Now Ulrich a pull-up 3 from the right wing is way off the mark. You don't see that often from your senior point guard Hayden Ulrich, but that 3 way, way off the mark.
And you don't want to say it, but like kind of mentioned it in the JV game. Preston was doing everything, and he had a good run where he had 16. Then he was trying to do a little bit too much at times. Hayden, a great steal by Preston right there. And good follow by Tucker Newsom with the and one. To cut it back with a chance to cut it back to 3 points, but Hayden has been doing it all the whole game, and sometimes you can do too much, and he just needs to take a deep breath, let the game come to him, just find his groove again.
That basket was good by Ty Newsom. He's got 12 in the ball game. He's at the free throw line where he has struggled all season long at 23%, and the free throw is up and good. So trying to up the percentage tonight. The lead is 3. Mississinewa has still yet to lead in the ball game. 36-33, a ball tipped. Knocked off the fingertips of Ty Newsom.
Dalton, I think Mississinewa is very good when they do the 1-2-2 press and put Ty Newsom at the top of it. He's really long, has long arms. He's very active, and he can move side to side very well.
I love being able to talk to Larry Terwilliger before every game, and he always asks me what I think the score is going to be. I told him it'll be a 4-point spread. Here we are at 3. And Ulrich driving inside. A nice move off the glass, too strong. Newsom, the offensive rebound, then he's fouled.
Yeah, Tykel Newsom's just being a man in the middle right now. He's getting every rebound. He's giving Mississinewa to have second chance points. Look for the drives from Ulrich. Make that pass in the corner for that open 3 because the defense is collapsed all around the middle around Tykel now.
And again, Mississinewa relying a little bit too heavily on Hayden Ulrich right now. They're only down 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. And here is Castillo at the CIC logo. Now in the corner to Brody Brocorb. He'll drive to the baseline, penetrating, wild shot up, no. A foul will be called, and I believe it will be on the floor. They're going to get a foul on Dakota Ansel. That will be his first on Dakota Ansel. And now Eastbrook with the basketball. At the top is Brocorb. He's driving inside, trying to go around Newsom. He can't. Shot fake. Engel now, he will fire the three. No good. Ulrich pulls down the rebound. Now in transition, he pushes it up the floor to McCann. He'll drive. Now out to Gannon Smith. Back over to Ulrich. And he'll reset Ole Miss's offense at the top of the key. And Ulrich looking to go to work on Castillo. Now a bounce pass to Ansel. Ansel driving, fell down, gets it off to Smith. He'll drive inside, no. And a blocking foul will be called on a Jet Engel. And I believe that'll be Jet's second or third. No, that'll be his second foul.
Definitely some contact when Dakota Ansel made his move. I think it was a good no call, but Gannon Smith took it under his arm and ran for the first down on that third three. Literally was powering through the lane.
Yeah, and now here's Ulrich to Smith to the baseline. Smith driving, and a foul again will be called. As Smith went to the baseline and was trying to kick it out into the corner. This foul is on Landon Castillo, his third. He was in foul trouble much of the first half, picking up 2 early fouls. And this time they're going to get Smith at the free throw line. Gannon's free throw is up and no good. He's just a 60% free throw shooter on the year. Mississinewa only shooting 59% from the charity stripe this season. A lot of the reason I think they've lost quite a few close games. And this free throw is up and in by Gannon Smith. Just his first point of the night, he averages 6.
Well, Dalton, even though those 2 drives that caused fouls only ended with 1 point, those are still good possessions because it affects the defense. They have to react to the drives. They have to collapse and go down the baseline, which will open Tykel up more in the middle too.
Here is Brocorb in the corner, defended by Ansel. He'll try to go to the baseline, had the ball swatted away, gets it back, kicks it back out to Jet Engel. Now Engel's floater is up, no good. Rebound, Gannon Smith, Mississinewa, their first opportunity to tie or take the lead. And a pass inside, Newsom, a shot fake, he'll go up, no good. Fighting for the rebound, still tapped around. Now Ulrich comes away with it. Ulrich a 3 for the lead, no good. Now Ansel away with the rebound. Mississinewa on the offensive glass here on this possession.
Tykel Newsom got away with one on that one. I think he got a, maybe a foul on that, got away with it, but he kept the ball alive. Then Dakota Ansel gets another offensive rebound. Now it's time to see if we can tie it or take the lead.
Here's Smith in the corner to Preston McCann. McCann stopping, and we'll work it around. Back out to Ulrich. Just over a minute to play, third quarter. Smith driving to the baseline. He'll go up, no. Rebound, Ulrich. Nice pass to Newsom. Off the glass and in. We have ourselves our first tie of the ball game. Is at 36-36. This is the closest Mississinewa has been in the game since we were at 0.
We talked, said, what kind of team is Mississinewa going to show you? Well, they fought back. Now basically 0-0.
Preston McCann's got to be careful.
Yeah, he's pleading his case down there to the ref right now, but
I think he has a valuable argument, but
he got him with a
he
body.
did get him with a body, but I don't know if it's enough to really knock him off balance. But still, a body foul's a body foul, no matter how you look at it. Here's the inbounds pass. Here's Rands. Loose ball. And they're going to get Dakota Ansel reaching in for his second foul. 35.6 to play, third quarter, 36-36.
Both teams have 4 fouls right now, so fourth quarter, that bonus could play a huge part in it.
Coach Allison said and one, and wanted the continuation. They're not going to give you that in high school basketball, as Bowser drove right around McCann, and McCann picks up his second foul. Now Rands inside Bowser. He'll back down McCann and put it in. And Braxton Bowser with 16 in the ball game.
See, Preston McCann has to front that post. He can't let that entry pass, because once you get down the block, you're already giving up a few inches. And technically, you're getting the ball to a varsity player 4 feet away, you're almost already beat.
Newsome off the glass, too strong, got his own rebound, and now Ansel with it. Ansel shot up, no, and at the end of the third quarter, this one is good. It is 38-36, Eastbrook with the lead. Fourth quarter basketball and maybe more coming up next. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School, 38-36 alongside Cody Crick. I'm Dalton Bishop, and out of this quarter break, you heard Coach Greg Allison telling his team, we need stops, we've got to have them.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2-point difference after this game was kind of blown open by Eastbrook. Mississinewa's defense tightened up. They started to be more efficient in the half court, not letting Eastbrook have so many dribble drives like that, which ended in buckets. They just capitalized right there. But the fourth quarter is going to be a dogfight.
That was a floater up and in by Tyler Harness for his 5th point. Mississinewa with Gannon Smith, Preston McCann, Dakota Ansel, Ajon Johnson, and Ty Newsome on the floor. Here's Newsome, nice step through and lays it in for 2. Ty Newsome with 17.
Very good patience by Ty Newsome, letting the defender go up, being patient not to go up soon, take his time, and get a nice little bucket there.
He's having a huge game on senior night.
Yeah, gigantic. And having the great block by Gannon Smith.
It was Johnson. He was fouled by Castillo, and guess what? That's number 4 on Landon Castillo, and that's going to get Brody Brocorp up off the bench. He'll check back in.
Also, the quick breather for Hayden Ulrich is over, and he's coming back in, and I don't think he's going to leave the game the rest of the time.
Yeah, you're going to have Ulrich on the floor if you want to win this. It's been a great game both ways. Eastbrook's played tough. Mississinewa's battled back in it. This is all you want in a CIC Grant County rivalry. Here is Newsome backing down, stopping, will go up and bank it in off the glass. Ty Newsome, a man among boys tonight with 19. Here's a 3 by Rands, no good. And we're tied again. The second tie of the ball game. And now McCann, count it, and put him at the line. Mississinewa's first lead of the game.
Yeah, Dalton, if you're Eastbrook's head coach, you can't be happy with the shot that they just took. I mean, it was a 1 pass for a 3 by their big guy. Misses, and the miss leads to a fast break transition bucket for Mississinewa. And to take their first lead of the night, and with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Preston McCann had a huge game in the JV game, comes in tonight, and my goodness, what a play that was by Preston McCann as we dial up the replay of that one.
Yeah,
here's a look at it.
Yeah, excellent baseline drive. He shielded his body from the defender and absorbed the contact and was able to finish. Preston's had 2 great games, actually. He, kind of blew the game open for the JV, and he came in the varsity. He's played some great minutes tonight and had a couple of key steals, and that bucket just to give Mississinewa the first lead of the night.
With 6:27 to go in the ball game, Mississinewa has their first lead at 42-40. Greg Allison not happy with his team. He's really giving it to him down there, and I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those games where if you paid $6 for admission, you better go back and pay again, because this one has been every bit worth your price of admission. Obviously, those of you watching at home, we thank you for your support. I know some of the Panther fans tuned in watching. Head coach of the Lady Panthers, Jeff Liddick, is watching. Again, we congratulate him on an outstanding season. And Preston McCann at the line to try to make it a 3-point lead for Ole Miss. Free throw up by McCann, too strong. Rebound, Dakota Ansel. And now McCann with it. Ulrich a 3, no good. And we're going to get a foul on Ty Newsom on the inside on a push in the back. And now the Boo Birds come out from the Ole Miss student section. They've been absolutely silent tonight. Finally have awoken. Here's Brokorb. Gets it across the Harness and taken away by Ulrich. Ulrich stopping, slicing, dicing a pass inside to Ansel, and he fell down, he traveled. Both of these teams with 10 turnovers in the game. You heard Greg Allison in the postgame, or in the pregame show. We'll talk to him in the postgame. He told us that when he holds teams to 40 or less, they win in the last 9 games. When it's 60 or more, they've lost. Well, this one's every bit of a close game as Braxton Bowser scores his 18th point of the night. We're back tied at 42. Third tie of the game. Here's Ulrich. Mississinewa kind of working some clock. He's defended by Brokorb. Ulrich on the right wing, looking, gets it off to McCann. He'll dial up a 3, no good. Rebound. Ansel knocked to the floor. And now Mississinewa getting sloppy with the basketball. They turned it over for the 11th time. And down the stretch, turnovers and free throws, I think, are going to be the difference in this one.
Yeah, they could be definitely a make or break in a game.
And that's a good timeout by James Reed. It's only a 30, so we'll keep it here. It is 42-42, 5:24 left in the ball game. And I'm telling you, you can just see it on the faces of the Indians fans across the way. A little bit of nerves from them, and the Eastbrook fans are just smiling big. They're just happy to be in this game, and really, I don't want to say in this game, they've dominated this game.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, just 2 Mississinewa players have gotten like stretches where, Hayden really kept them in the second quarter. Then Tykel Newsom has had a really strong second half. Now you just got to be, who else from the Mississinewa team can step up? Who is going to rise to the moment and carry that one big spot? Both teams, next foul, are in the bonus, so that's something also to look out for.
Newsom with 8 points in the first half. He scored 11 here in the second half. He leads all scorers at 19. Here's Harness. Stopping, gets it inside to Bowser somehow. Mississinewa packed it in tight. And now a foul, and Hayden Ulrich did not like that call, as they'll ring him up for his third foul. And now at the charity stripe will be Braxton Bowser. He's shooting it at 45% at the line. Eastbrook 61% as a team. A 1-and-1 opportunity. And the free throw up by Bowser is short. Chasing down the long rebound was Reese Farr. They're going to get a foul on Braxton Bowser, and Greg Allison not a fan of that one.
It almost seems like that was the first shot Braxton Bowser's missed tonight, a free throw. He's been very, very impressive in the lane tonight. He's been quiet for a little bit, though.
Reese Farr, the senior, at the free throw line, looking for his first points of the night. The free throw up by Farr is on the money and perfect. So the senior Reese Farr, 6-foot senior, he'll get his first point of the game. Preston McCann set to check in for the shooter, which is Reese Farr. Mississinewa regains the lead at 43-42. Second one up is good by Farr. He's got 2 points. Those are crucial points.
Those are very, very clutch free throws, Dalton. Now, both teams are in the bonus, so don't be surprised if the pressure kind of sags off a little bit because you don't want to get a common reaching foul to send the team to the line for the go-ahead points.
5 minutes remaining in a Grant County rivalry. Driving inside. Oh, my goodness gracious. Braxton Bowser was driving inside. Ulrich got a whole lot of basketball, but a foul was called.
Yeah, Hayden definitely was trying to wrap the ball up for a jump ball to switch the possessions, but the ref saw arm and not basketball. So
Ulrich's got to be careful with 4:57 to play. He's got 4 fouls, and I think that's why Mississinewa is going to bring in Ajon Johnson, which is probably the smartest thing to do at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Coach Reed definitely doesn't want Hayden to pick up another foul and be gone for the rest of the game. So as long as Mississinewa stays ahead in this game, then he has that luxury of putting Hayden Ulrich on the bench.
There was 3 straight missed free throws there by Braxton Bowser. That could play a huge role in this one. Here's Ansel inside to Newsom. Cross court, Gannon Smith driving inside. Nice shot. Up, no, but a foul. And Gannon Smith will go to the free throw line, a 60% free throw shooter. He is 1 of 2 at the line tonight, and he's only got 1 point in the ball game. But with 4:39 left to go in the fourth, Mississinewa could make it their largest lead of the game on a made free throw here. And this free throw was way beyond off the mark, and I don't know if that's just something in the head of Gannon Smith, but this one is up and perfect. So, yeah, just a lack of focus at the free throw line for Gannon. Mississinewa's largest lead of the game at 3.
Yeah, Dalton, for as much as Hayden Ulrich, controlled the game in the first half, Tykel, he almost got a steal right there, but Tykel has really controlled the game in the second half. Everything has went through him. He's dominated the paint. He's gotten rebounds. He's kept him in the game and, kind of propelled them into the lead. And you just saw in the last possession, they fed the ball down him to the post. The defense completely collapsed, and he made the cross-court pass to Gannon Smith, which eventually led to a foul.
45-42, and now a reach-in foul is called. Coach Allison not happy with Tyler Harness as Ajon Johnson going to the line for a 1-and-1. He's not attempted a free throw this season so far at the varsity level. Just the second foul on Harness, but it was not a very smart one. Ajon Johnson at the line, trying to extend Mississinewa's lead. A 1-and-1 on the way from the sophomore Ajon Johnson. It is up and perfect.
Now we can see the fundamentals come into play. I mean, are you going to hit your foul shots? Are you going to make smart passes? Are you going to rebound the ball and not turn it over? And Mississinewa's been pretty clutch at the free throw line so far.
Just the team shooting 59% at the free throw line. They've shot it well tonight. Here's Brokorb driving, bringing it back out, defended by Gannon Smith. Now Jed Engel, defended by McCann. Engel driving, cut off by McCann. Back out to Rands, now looking for Castillo. Castillo driving, CIC, brings it back out to Brokorb. Great defensive possession here by Ole Miss. Now Johnson defends Castillo. He's driving, floater blocked by Ansel, and a rebound to Gannon Smith. 3:30 to play, fourth quarter. It's Gannon Smith with the basketball on the right wing to Ajon Johnson, swinging it around to Dakota Ansel on the left wing.
Yeah, don't be surprised if you see Mississinewa run some clock right here.
Here is McCann. Floater up and no good. Offensive rebound. Smith. Wild shot up, no. And it is off the leg of Jet Ingle, and it'll stay with Mississinewa. Hayden Ulrich quickly back into the game with 3:13 remaining.
And Dalton with Hayden Ulrich returning the game of 4 fouls. The next possession of Eastbrook, don't be surprised if they try to go at him and get him out of the game.
Ball knocked out of bounds on the inbounds. Castillo knocking it out for Eastbrook. Alongside Cody Crick, I'm Dalton Bishop. We thank you for joining us tonight for Grant County High School basketball on the Tribe Sports Network and the IHSAA Champions Network. Here is Ulrich way out top. 3 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Here's McCann to Newsom, had a wide open Hayden Ulrich inside. Now Dakota Ansel. Back to Ulrich at the baseline. Nice pass in the corner. Johnson, a three, no good. Here's Castillo. Mississinewa's largest lead is 5. Now Castillo to the baseline. And wild shot up. No, he's bailed out on a foul. And I think that was McCann bailing him out. No, they're going to get Dakota Ansel.
Dalton, I know that he just missed that shot down there, but how big of minutes have Preston McCann and Johnson played tonight at the varsity level?
Yeah, I would say for those two, this is a huge stepping stone in their high school basketball careers, as Castillo's free throw is up and good. He's got 7. Farr will check back into the game for Mississinewa. It's unbelievable to look at these stats, and it's a 41% free throw shooter is Landon Castillo, but looked good there at the line. And Greg Allison wants a timeout. 47-44, 2:37 left to go in the fourth. We'll be back after this short break. Out of the timeout, Mississinewa leads by 3. Greg Allison preaching to his team. We got to finish.
I mean, Eastbrook really has played very well tonight. They played tough. They played strong. It's just had 2 really, really great performances by Hayden Ulrich and Tycho Newsom. And it's a one-possession game, and it's going to go down to the wire.
47-44, Reese Farr to Ajon Johnson. Now Ulrich trying to drive and gets it out to Farr. Ajon Johnson on the right wing. Mississinewa working some clock. Nice move by Johnson, and had the ball taken away by Castillo. The 12th turnover on Mississinewa. Driving inside is Jet Ingle. Shot up. No, a blocking foul called on Ulrich. He has fouled out of the game. His 5th foul. James Reed is beside himself, as well as Hayden Ulrich. Now they're going to get together. I'm sorry to tell you, folks. I don't like to disagree with the officials, but that was not a good call. I don't know if we can get some sort of a replay on that. I don't know if we're going to see if we can get a replay. I don't think that we're capable of getting that on that play, but I would just, the only thing I would say is maybe Ulrich was in a sort of a, I mean, they have a cylinder in the NBA in college, but my goodness.
I mean, charge blocks are the hardest call in basketball, obviously, but
what a questionable call.
But considering the situation, a 5th foul on a senior at home on senior night, most of the time, refs would either make that a no call or that would be a charge.
47-45, just under 2 minutes to play. Here's Smith, kicks it out to McCann. McCann stopping, kicks it out to Farr. You're going to have to rely on some of your seniors to carry you through this one. coming up on 90 seconds to play in this ball game. Eastbrook defeated Mississinewa 53-35 in the Grant 4 consolation game. 90 seconds to play and a foul by Jed Engel, and that'll be Engel's third foul of the ball game. Gannon Smith will go to the line, and he has struggled tonight at 2 of 4. He's got 2 points, but these free throws are very, very important for Mississinewa.
I think Coach Reed's going to go offense-defense with Reese Farr and Johnson right now.
Smith will make it a 3-point game. That was a great observation there because I was not paying attention. Here is Smith's free throw. Off the mark, no good. And a rebound to Eastbrook.
You got to get back on defense.
48-45. Engel driving inside.
Great
blocked away by Newsome. And now a jump ball, and the possession will go to Mississinewa. Preston McCann coming away with it.
Great transition defense by the Indians. Great block by Taco Newsome. And when he gets the offensive rebound, he brings it down low, and Preston McCann is right there to tie him up.
No question in my mind. Mississinewa hangs on to win this game. Ty Newsome, the star player of this game. Now Smith driving, kicks it out to McCann. Now cross court to Johnson. Loose ball picked up by Castillo. Driving coast to coast. Layup no good. And a rebound to Ajon Johnson. And Mississinewa wanted a timeout, but they're going to get a jump ball possession going to Eastbrook. Under a minute to play. It's 48-45. Eastbrook will have the ball underneath their own basket. And Greg Allison going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 57.9 to play. What do you do if you're Greg Allison during this timeout?
You just have to put as much pressure on the ball handlers as possible. I mean, Hayden Ulrich is fouled out of the game. So their star point guard and the best player is not on the floor. You have 2 underclassmen handling the ball for you right now. You have to put as much pressure on that as possible. If you can't let too much time run out, because I mean we're in the double bonus now, and Mississinewa hasn't been very strong from the line as of lately.
So out of the Eastbrook timeout, it is 48-45. Jed Engel to inbound the ball for the Panthers.
This is a huge defensive stand for the Indians and a huge offensive possession for Eastbrook.
Here's Rands to Castillo, now to Engel. Kicks it out, Procorp, a 3 for the tie, no good. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds, Mississinewa basketball. They got the look that they wanted to Procorp. That was a beautiful drawn-up play by Greg Allison.
Expect Eastbrook to run a trap at the ball handler immediately, and you can't throw the ball away like that.
Now loose ball saved by Ansel, and out of bounds. Not quite sure what the Mississinewa faithful are mad about, but they're very upset. Here's Engel. 40 seconds to play. The crowd rising to their feet on both sides. Here is Bowser. Bowser, Procorp, cut off by McCann. Loose ball, taken away. This is McCann, now to Johnson, and he is fouled. Preston McCann with a big steal.
How big of a game has Preston McCann came up and played tonight?
An outstanding game by the sophomore off the bench.
He's been a lightning bolt for both games. It seems like the JV game, they were just stagnant. He comes in, they kind of blow it open. This varsity game, had foul trouble in the backcourt. He comes in, gets a lot of steals, gives them the and 1 bucket to take their first lead of the game. Now it's a 2-possession ball game with 27 seconds left. And I mean, you don't want to say you feel good at any time, but you definitely feel better than you did 30 seconds ago.
Johnson's second free throw, perfect. He is 4 of 4 at the line. It's a 5-point lead with 27 seconds to play. Preston McCann may have had the play of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Dalton, earlier I said who else is going to step up and who else is going to rise to the moment. Well, Preston McCann and Johnson's definitely stepped up to that moment. They've got a little bit older on the stage tonight, for sure.
I definitely think moving forward, you will see these two definitely earn some varsity time. It's a short turnaround for Mississinewa as they'll play tomorrow on the road at Bluffton. Their next 3 games are on the road at Bluffton on tomorrow night. On Tuesday, they will travel to Noblesville, and then they'll end out the regular season at Manchester on a week from tonight. Don't forget the sectional draw coming up on Sunday. Mississinewa will see who they play in the postseason. Stick around for the conclusion of this game. We will sit down and talk to both of these coaches and kind of get a recap on this ball game. We'll talk to James Reed, we'll talk to Greg Allison, and preview what's to come in the postseason for both of these teams. Ryan Scott and I will be on the road tomorrow at Bluffton for that ball game. Stay tuned to TribeTV and on social media. We'll get you the information on how you can listen to that ball game. Yes, you will have to listen to it. You won't be able to watch it. So,
well, for Eastbrook right here, you have to get a quick bucket. You can't take a whole lot of time.
McCann defends Engel. Engel driving, stopping, CIC pull up, blocked by Newsome, and that about does it. They wanted a jump ball, but it's not. It's a foul. Ty Newsome will go to the line to try to put the nail in the coffin on this ball game, but there's one issue. He's 23% on the season at the free throw line, but he is perfect on the night, 1 for 1.
Dalton, I can't say enough about Tykel Newsome tonight. He showed up on the biggest stage of his senior night. He's played outstanding. He has on both ends of the floor, and he's probably the leading scorer tonight, right?
He is at 19.
And he has made big block after big block, big rebound after big rebound, and he's played on-ball defense, help-side defense, hedge on screens. He's done it all. I can't say enough positive things about him.
That free throw was perfect by Newsome. Looks like he's shooting 100%. At least he is tonight with 20 points, 2 of 2 at the line. A free throw here to make it a 7-point lead. It's good. The basket's good, but a foul will be called on Smith. Mississinewa's largest lead of the game now is at 7, but a foul, and we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws. So that was a costly foul there by Gannon Smith.
Hey, Dalton, you know what will help out a 23% free throw percentage?
And definitely 100%.
100%.
That'll definitely boost it and boost the confidence of Ty Newsome. And the free throw is up and no good by Braxton Bowser. As Jackson Ott and Lucas Asbury check in, we've not seen either of those two play a whole lot tonight, but I talked to Coach Reed about the way he plays Jackson Ott, and it's all about kind of a matchup situation, and definitely not a game Jackson matches up very well with this team.
And you kind of go with a hot hand. I mean, Tykel, and he was having a great game tonight, so he kind of had to ride that horse, especially after Hayden gets in foul trouble and ends up fouling out of the game.
Lucas Asbury will walk to the other end to shoot free throws. He struggled here as of late with confidence in shooting the basketball. Hopefully he can knock down a couple of free throws here, give him some confidence moving forward. The free throw is up by Asbury. It's short, no good. One more for the senior Lucas Asbury, looking to score tonight on senior night. The free throw by Asbury is up and in and out, no good. Now Brocorp down the floor in a hurry. Driving coast to coast. Ball was, I thought, a little bit blocked, but they're going to get a foul. They're going to call it on Lucas Asbury. It'll be his first. Brody Brocorp will go to the line. He is 5 of 6 on the year as he looks to cut into the Ole Miss lead, and the free throw is up and no good.
I mean, Dalton, Mississinewa's defense in the second half is really what won in this game. I mean, they only allowed, as of right now, they've only allowed 14 points in the entire second half.
And the free throw is up and good, this time by Brocorp. Now a foul. And Coach Allison was like, come on now. I mean, I understand they were trying to defend the pass, but the official called the foul. And Ajon Johnson, who is 4 of 4 at the line tonight, will step to the free throw line. A 7-point lead for Mississinewa is now 8 on a made free throw by Johnson.
Ajon Johnson with ice water in his veins tonight.
And the free throw is up and good again by Ajon Johnson. Mississinewa's largest lead was 9 in the ball game, and the shot up is no good. And oh no, Castillo went down at the buzzer, but it looks like he's up and walking now. The final score tonight, Mississinewa comes from behind to win 54-45. A short break. We'll come back, recap tonight's ball game, and talk to both of these coaches here at Mississinewa High School. And welcome back to Mississinewa High School, where the Indians somehow, some way find a way to win it by a final score of 54-45. We'll take a look at the scoring for both of these teams. For Eastbrook, they were led in scoring by Braxton Bowser. He had 18 points, 8 points for Landon Castillo, 6 points for Brody Brokorb, 5 points for Chet Ingle, 5 points for Tyler Harness, and 4 points for Isaac Rands. For Mississinewa, a career night and a huge game for Ty Newsom. He leads all scores, 21 points in the game. Hayden Ulrich held scoreless in the second half, but he ended with 16 points. 6 points for Ajon Johnson, 4 points for Dakota Ansel, 3 for Gannon Smith, 2 for Reese Farr, 2 for Preston McCann, and 2 for Nolan Quaterer. Wow, what a game! I'm kind of lost at words because what we just watched was, everything you expect in a game like this.
Yeah, it was almost the tale of two halves. Well, a tale of a quarter and three. Because the first quarter, Eastbrook just came out and absolutely blew the doors off Mississinewa. They were playing harder. They were out hustling them. They're getting on the glass. They would just dribble drive and kick out for threes. And, Mississinewa really had no answer. But then the second quarter comes around, and Hayden Ulrich just goes off. And he just mainly kept the Indians in the game, essentially.
Yeah, and here's something that's incredible. We had 3 lead changes, 3 ties. Mississinewa's first lead did not come until 6:27 left to go in the first on a Preston McCann and one. What a huge night it was for him.
Preston McCann had a great night. Not only just in the varsity game, but the JV game also. He doesn't stop moving. He is fearless. It doesn't matter if he's going against someone way bigger than him. He's going to find a way to get the ball, make a play, and usually give you the best position to win a ball game.
Preston McCann, a 5'10" sophomore off the bench. Only scored 2, but he provided quality minutes on the defensive end. But somebody I'm really impressed with as well off the bench. Earned some time tonight, I guarantee it. That's Ajon Johnson. He had 6 points, all 6 at the free throw line. 6 of 6. He was perfect. He played a great defensive game as well.
Yeah, he was kind of everywhere. And when Hayden had such a big second quarter, giving you 16 in the first half, Ajon comes in when he's in foul trouble and handles the ball really well. Yeah, a couple of mistakes here and there. No one's perfect. But when you needed free throws to widen the game up and make it a 1-possession to 2-possession game, 2-possession to 3-possession game, he was perfect from the line. And Preston McCann did so much more tonight that didn't show up on the stat sheet. You can't say when, you only had 2 points, but that doesn't show how many times that he wrapped up a defender when he brought the ball down on a rebound or rotated over on defense and for help side. I mean, like I said, he is a great glue guy. I said it in the JV game. I'll say it now. He's really, really fun to watch.
Obviously a huge night from Ty Newsom. We'll talk about him in just a minute, but I want to talk about the Eastbrook Panthers. And, man, did they ever give Mississinewa a fight. Only a 9-point loss, but the game was much closer than the final score. How about Braxton Bowser's 18 points? He played big for the Panthers.
He did. I mean, I don't think he missed a shot from the field until I think his first miss was a free throw. And he was doing everything he wanted in the lane in the first half. And then he had a quiet second half. He kind of fell off. Once he went to the free throw line and started missing, then it kind of just affected the rest of his game. And I think he got into his own head a little bit.
Jed Ingle coming into tonight's game was averaging 21 points over the last 3. Mississinewa's defense held him to 5 tonight. I think that's just a testament to what Coach Reed drew up on the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Dakota Ansel pretty much matched up against him a majority of the night. So did Gann Smith. I mean, they kind of threw everyone at him. They pretty sure had a game plan like he's not going to go for 21 tonight. And if you stop that, then everyone around you doesn't get that infectious vibe. And once someone starts scoring, then everyone starts scoring.
Well, for Mississinewa, their next opponent will be Bluffton tomorrow night, a team it's 3-16, and I'm not sure if they won or lost to Belmont tonight. They'll either be 4-16 or 3-17 when they meet Mississinewa tomorrow, who is improving to 7-12 on the year. Kind of a preview of that ball game. Mississinewa over the next, they could end out the regular season on a 4-game win streak, I believe. Obviously, when we talk to Coach Reed, he's going to want to say 1 game at a time, obviously. But those are 3 very winnable games over the next week.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it is 1 game at a time. You have to look at it that way because what we did tonight, you have to build on it and go from there. That's what Coach Reed's going to say.
Yeah, so we are here. Coach Reed comes as he's going to join us on the post-game show, and Coach James Reed has joined us now. It is a 54-45 victory for the Mississinewa Indians. Coach, where do you want to begin? Because at the start of this ball game, it was an 18-6 run by Eastbrook. They were up 18-6 at the end of the first. What was the adjustment like at the end of the quarter? Because your team come out on fire in that second quarter, outscoring them 22-13.
Yeah, I think Hayden got us going. Ty got us going, playing really big there in the first half when we were down. And, we've been here before. We've struggled to hit shots. And, again, tonight I thought we got good shots, and we just couldn't hit them there in the first half. It took us a minute to get going, but we've been talking about consistency. The last few games have been because of consistency. We play really good for half the game, and then all of a sudden, we just kind of forget what we're supposed to do, and sometimes help side's not where it's supposed to be. We had some of those struggles tonight. But again, this group has been listening. We've had, a lot of adversity this year, but, we've taught consistency. They had the best practices they've had all year this week. And again, I think, it reminded me a lot of the sectional championship last year where we got down early and had to fight our way back little by little. And I was really proud of this group because it wasn't just our seniors. It wasn't just our normal 5. I mean, I think we didn't even play guys that have played 4 quarters all year in the second half, and we had some JV guys that only had a quarter to play come in, and, man, huge minutes from some of those guys. So I just couldn't be more proud of how these guys figured it out here at the end.
It's going to be easy to talk about Ty Newsom and Hayden Ulrich when they combined for 37 points. But how about the resiliency of Preston McCann? He come in, he had 2 points, but the 2 points that he had was your first lead of the game with 6:27 left to go in the ballgame. It was a 42-40 and 1 bucket by him. But what he did defensively, I thought was even better.
Yeah, and that's why he got his minutes, is we were struggling on our help side. We were struggling to keep guys in front, and Preston's really been that guy in practice for us that's had all that energy, and he came in and was a huge difference, and that play really switched some momentum. and got right to the basket, got an and one. Had another one where he got a steal and went full court, missed it, but Ty followed it up. That was a huge play for us. So, I thought Preston was huge in those moments, and I think maybe just as big was Nolan Quater in his quarter. He only had one quarter in the varsity game. Man, if he would have had any more, he probably would have been playing the whole game. But when Hayden got into foul trouble, to have somebody to come in to kind of fill that role was huge, because honestly I was a little bit worried, because without Hayden sometimes we get a little rocky, especially handling the ball, and Nolan came in that first half and saved us through those moments.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, going from the first half to the second half, you talk about defensive rotations to help side and whatnot. First half, it was a little shaky, whatnot, but in the second half, you guys only allowed 15 points in the second half.
Yeah, and again, I think that was, I think we found a better combination, I think, defensively, where we were getting driven by a little bit, and when we were getting driven by our help side, that's always there, it just wasn't there, and so we had to make a couple adjustments, and some of our younger guys came in and just played some fantastic, passionate basketball that really lifted what we were doing, and I mean, and as much as the younger guys did, man, Hayden and Ty Newsome, my goodness.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Ty Newsome, because not only did he defend on the strong side block, weak side block, he helped with a dribble handoff in the middle, switched off to the smaller guards, went up the top of the point. He led the top of the press. I mean, he was everywhere tonight.
Yeah, I was proud of him. And at times this year, he's really struggled in those roles with keeping people in front, being on help side, being at the top of our press. It hasn't been easy for him. And for him to figure it out here towards the end of the year and play that passionately, if he can continue to play consistently and with that passion, with that fire, that's really going to help us towards sectional time.
Coach, you go on the road tomorrow to a struggling Bluffton team, but it's at their place. They're going to be ready for you.
We just got to get locked back into a new game plan tomorrow. I saw some things tonight that might adjust kind of guys that I'm playing and some minutes JV-wise, varsity-wise. Having that extra guard on the court, I think, really lifted what we were doing. And this was the first game we were able to play without Hayden for a minute, so I might even be able to get Hayden a break or two, which will keep him fresh and active for the full game. So, tomorrow, Bluffton, a similar team to Eastbrook. They've got some size. They like to zone a little bit, and we've got to be able to move the ball, trust each other, find each other, and then defensively really take a stand and not let what happened in the first quarter happen.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow night at Bluffton.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
James Reed, the head coach of the Mississinewa Indians, as they win tonight by a final score of 54-45, as we await head coach of the Eastbrook Panthers, Greg Allison, as he will be up here in just a few moments. He is chatting with the local radio station. But what we heard from Coach Reed, again, it was the little things that helped propel this team to victory.
It's kind of what every coach, talks about. I mean, are you going to do every little thing that's going to happen to put us in the best position to win? Are you going to dive on the floor? Are you going to, make that extra defensive rotation? Are you going to make that extra pass? Are you going to, when you're tired and you can't go anymore, make that last defensive stand? I mean, Mississinewa showed a lot of resilience tonight, because they could have easily given up after the first quarter and the way things are going, and the air kind of like went out of the building after they went on that little run there and we got hit in the mouth. But then the second quarter came around, Hayden kind of put everyone on his back, got us back into it. Then Ty Newsome did everything on the floor tonight on both ends, and he should be really proud of himself.
You talked about the resiliency, and Coach James Reed said it. The way that Nolan Quaderer played tonight, I think this is going to only benefit Mississinewa down the stretch, is because when you can get Hayden Ulrich breaks, it's going to allow Hayden to be more fresh when he's on the floor. His legs are going to be under him. He's going to be able to score at a more consistent pace because he's not going to be as tired. We saw earlier in the season he dealt with cramps. Obviously tonight, dealing with a right thumb injury, but I still thought he played a great game.
I mean, he played a great game. He had a great first half. He was just limited to foul trouble. But I'm not taking anything away from Mississinewa when I say this, but sometimes they're too dependent on Hayden Ulrich because, like I said, he is the leading scorer by 10-plus points. And a lot of times their offense can get stagnant of them standing around and watching Hayden do stuff. Well, with him being in foul trouble or, the thumb injury, getting some rest on the bench, having other players step up and play big roles and big minutes, that's just going to help the overall team.
Yeah, and I agree. And again, we're waiting on Greg Allison, the head coach of the Eastbrook Panthers. Looks like he's starting to wrap things up over there with the radio station. But now our attention kind of shifts over here to Eastbrook, a team who, again, has been on the road the last 3 games. Number one, that's tough.
It's very tough to do.
Number two, you come into Mississinewa on senior night with a packed gymnasium. It's going to be tough to win. It's a county rival. You're on the road there. That's tough. And then the way that they come out and punched Mississinewa in the mouth and just, I'm going to say it, Eastbrook deserved to win this game. They did. They dominated the game.
They played extremely well and extremely hard the whole game. And but at the same time, it's almost like Eastbrook was running the race and Mississinewa was running the marathon, and they just outlasted them. Mississinewa just kind of kept chipping away at the lead. And, it was, to 12, then to 6, then back to 8, then to 10, then, kind of chipped away, got one stop at a time, one bucket at a time. And before you know it, we get a steal and a fast break, and Preston McCann gets an and one to go ahead for the game.
I'm going to be really, really curious to hear what Greg Allison has to say, because I know he had to be happy with his team's effort. I mean, there's just no way that your team dominates Mississinewa. I'm going to say for 3.5 quarters, because about the second half of the fourth quarter, the momentum shifted, and it shifted because of a Preston McCann basket and a foul. And again, a kid who never, hardly ever, ever, ever plays varsity minutes, let alone in a game that's this close, to come in and do what he did. I mean, I'm blown away.
Yeah, I mean, for Preston, you just have to make the most of what you're given. You have to be ready for the opportunity. And he proved tonight that he can play, and he belongs out there with his team. And, just the main thing, I don't think Eastbrook really had an answer for Tykel Newsome. I mean, it was kind of showed.
He had to have a double-double. I mean, there's just no question.
I mean, he got so many offensive rebounds and putbacks and block shots. I bet he probably had at least 12 rebounds. And
I mean, it was incredible.
Probably 5 blocks on top of that.
So here's something that I want to put into perspective. Your starting 5 is normally Hayden Ulrich, Ty Newsome, Gannon Smith, Dakota Ansel, Jackson Ott. Jackson Ott, 5 minutes maybe the entire game. I mean, just the simple fact that Mississinewa was able to put these players in the game and have the success they did is just absolutely incredible. It really is. It really is. I don't know what else to say. Is Greg Allison is starting to work his way over here. And, again, that's why I want to talk to him, because I'm really curious on what he has to say on what he thought was the difference in this game, because I really don't know, because it was such a close game that it's hard to nitpick at one particular thing. So we will get Coach Greg Allison with us. And, Coach, I know not the result that you wanted, but me and Cody talked about it all night. We think that your team dominated this basketball game.
We definitely did the first quarter. Definitely did the first quarter. We knew that coming over here was going to be a big game for everybody, obviously. It's a rivalry game, and especially with what happened in the consolation game of the Grant 4. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. I love the way we jumped out in the first quarter. But at the same point in time, we knew, that they weren't just going to roll over and die either. Right. So proud of that. Didn't necessarily play the greatest in the second half, but you got to think about it too. We had a 3 in the corner in the air with 45 seconds to go to tie it up.
Yeah, right. Now you got a great look at that.
So, I'm not sure. Yes, you could look at a lot of things. We didn't shoot the ball well from the free throw line. Maybe missed up some assignments. Ulrich got hot there in the second quarter that way. Had a hard time guarding Newsome in the second half that way. But we did enough good things that you gave yourself an opportunity to win in a very hostile environment in the conference in a rivalry game. As a coach, that's all I can ask for.
Go ahead.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, your guys played outstanding. They played their hearts out. The first quarter, you pressured Mississinewa very well. I mean, the press really made a difference. They couldn't had about 5 turnovers in the first quarter, I believe. And that, I think you had 7 turnovers and you had 10 points off those turnovers.
Okay.
And, I mean, that's what I was talking to him. I was like, man, they're blowing the doors off right now. But then, like, second quarter happens, then, Hayden just kind of goes off. I mean, he's that player. You can't really do much about it. I mean, it happens. But I think your guys showed a great fight of not only trying to battle through that, because a guy's going to go off, he's going to go off.
Right.
But then battling back and just going back and forth, just answering everything he did all night. I mean, you should be very proud.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We have really good players in this league.
Yeah.
They're really good players in this league. I mean, every group, there's somebody that's a really good player in this league. He went off there in the second quarter. He didn't score in the second half, though.
Right.
Now, like I said, Newsom scored, and we had trouble with him there. But I'm always proud of the way they compete. I'm always proud of the way the reasons why we lost tonight are all things we can clean up. And that's exciting as a coaching staff. And I think we got a group of guys that's willing to go to work and try to get better. And we got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to see what happens.
Coach, overall, are you happy going home tonight? I know obviously you wanted to win, but their first lead did not come until the fourth quarter with 6:27 left on a kid who plays JV who had 1 eligible quarter.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know any coach in the state of Indiana that's happy after a loss. I might not be happy, but I'm proud. I'm proud of the way they played, proud of the way they competed. They did everything that we asked them to do. Did we execute the greatest? No, we didn't. But like I said, that's stuff we can clean up moving forward.
I mean, Braxton Bowser had a great game tonight. I think the first thing that he missed was a free throw. Everything he threw up was in. I mean, down here he bobbled the ball between 2 defenders, caught it in midair, then threw it up and hit off the glass. I was like, man, that's it's your night.
He's a special type of player for us, and I think they're, especially early, I think they had a hard time kind of guarding him.
Yeah.
Now they did switch off on him, onto some other players, onto him, but if we can get the ball inside to him, I like our chances for sure. And tonight, he finished around the basket area, but he'd be the first one to tell you too that he needs to step up and knock in some free throws.
Coach, you got to be happy you're finally done with the road stand. You're on the road for the last 3 games.
We got one more.
Oh wow!
We're at Southwood, on Tuesday.
So one more road game. I know it's got to be tough to be on the road 4 consecutive games. Then you're going to end out the regular season at home. You get to come. You get to see who you play in the sectional this weekend.
Right.
Kind of just describe before we let you go what the next couple of weeks looks like for Eastbrook.
I mean, clearly we have things we have to improve. We've got to come to practice ready to go. That way, we'll practice on Monday, get ready for Southwood, and then we'll practice Wednesday and Thursday and get ready for South Adams, which would be our senior night. That way, and then Saturday, next Saturday, we'll go over to Tipton for our sectional practice and go over there and get some shots up and do some different things that way, and then see who we draw. That's the beauty of it. We could play Friday night, or we could play Tuesday night. And if it's anything like the girls' basketball sectional and there's a snow in there, who knows when we might play. So,
well, Coach, we appreciate you taking some time to come and chat with us. It was an outstanding game. I thought your team dominated. We want to wish you the best of luck in the postseason.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Greg Allison, the head coach of the Eastbrook Panthers, as they fall tonight to Mississinewa, a final score of 54-45. Your final thoughts?
What a game. I mean, that was Indiana high school basketball at its finest. I mean, it was back and forth the whole time. After getting, blitzed, the first quarter, Mississinewa comes back. Then it was just, one team would make a little bit of a run, then the other team would answer it. And then it got to the point where, whoever has the ball last probably going to win this game. But other people that people you wouldn't expect stepped up in big moments in a big game and gave great minutes. And, it was definitely a team effort for Mississinewa tonight.
Well, Mississinewa improves to 7-12 on the year. They end out the CIC at 5-2. It's a third-place finish for the Indians. Oak Hill did win the CIC tonight. They were undefeated in the CIC this season at 7-0. Frankton finished second at 6-1. Mississinewa finishes third at 5-2. On behalf of everyone here with us on the Tribe Sports Network, Ryan Scott and I will have the coverage tomorrow night up at Bluffton High School. Stay tuned to Tribe TV on social media on how you can listen to that ball game. And on behalf of Cody Crick, I'm Dalton Bishop saying good night from Gas City.